Today we're in Swords and we're going to be tackling 5 junctions where learner drivers struggle. In today's video I'm going to be shown around by my good friend James. Say hello, James.
Hi everyone.
James is an expert around this area and he's been helping people learn how to drive and pass their driving test for over 20 years. So what's first on the list there, Jay?
So we're going to take the right turn in Swords at the Pavilion shopping centre.
Perfect. And why do learner drivers struggle there?
So it's the change in lane, and the junction can be tricky as well.
At the lights we're going to be turning right. So there is an entrance to a car park here. I won't signal right just yet. There's a van actually parked on the left hand side. I'm going to mirror signal. It's going to do a little look beside me, my blind spot by changing lanes there. Just a little sideways glance.
Perfect.
And so this looks like this junction is probably always like that. Is it busy?
Yeah, it's
loads
always
of
busy.
cars.
Backs up. You have the yellow box up ahead as well, so yeah, it gets very congested on it.
Lovely stuff. So we're going to plan ahead for that yellow box. It looks very busy here. I'm sure it's always like that in Swords. There is a green light up ahead. This could be good. I'm going to clear this yellow box here and we have a red light. This is perfect. We're going to stop at the line.
Perfect. When you're taking the turn here, when the light goes green, just have to be careful with when you're taking the turn. When you get into the right turn, it tends to get quite congested, especially for buses where it's quite narrow. So when you're taking the turn, just make sure the exit is clear before you take your turn.
So look down the road and make sure there's no traffic built up.
Exactly.
Very good. Very good advice. It'd be good to kind of see that now, because you wouldn't want to come into the middle if you can't clear it, would it?
Yeah.
We have a green circle. So this is where learner drivers struggle. A green circle, if I'm forced to end line, I have to go up to the middle, front of my car, in line with the centre line, and we stop in the middle of the junction. If you wait behind the line back there on a green light, you will fail your driving test. While I'm in the middle, I'm looking ahead and to the right. I'm looking for a safe gap in the traffic. I see what you mean about this bus.
Yeah, it just gets very congested, it gets built up.
So it looks like they're slowing. I'm going to look to the right and go. We have a green arrow there, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. That's it.
That junction is tricky.
It's
busy.
tricky, it is tricky. There's a lot going on, so.
Yeah, so green circle up to the middle. As I was waiting, then I got a green arrow and I went. Even if the arrow didn't come on and there was no oncoming traffic, we would go at the green light. Don't wait in the middle for the arrow if there's no oncoming traffic.
Perfect.
So that was it, turning right at the pavilions. I'm sure that causes a lot of learner drivers problems. Busy, traffic lights, lots of oncoming cars. So that's a good one. What is number 2 on the list there, James?
So number 2 there is taking the right turn at Eddie Rockets.
Boom, yep.
So you've got the traffic lights there. So if they're red, obviously you have to stop. If the light goes green, then you just progress out into the junction and wait to take the turn. Very
important, yes. When the light goes green, up to the middle and wait for the first available gap.
Yep.
Let's go up and have a look at that junction at Eddie Rockets.
The traffic lights, we're going to go right.
Lovely stuff. So another turning right at the traffic lights. So I've done my mirror, I've done my signal, little look beside me to check my blind spot for changing lanes. So again, this happens all the time. We're going to be turning right at the traffic lights. We're going to stop at the red. We're probably going to get a green circle here, are we?
Should get a green circle here then, yeah.
And that means we're going to
just progress into the junction then, and then just wait for a gap in the traffic.
Very good. So a solid green light or a green circle light, we go up to the middle of the junction. If there's oncoming traffic, they go first, and we just wait for the next available safe gap. So perfect, we have the green light. I'm going to go up to the middle. If there's oncoming traffic, the oncoming traffic go first. I'm going to look to the right and stop. While we're waiting, we're looking ahead and to the right. It looks like we have a safe gap here. I'm going to look to the right and turn.
Perfect.
Another turn right at traffic lights always caused learner drivers problems. It was busy, green solid light up to the middle, and we went on the first available safe gap. What's number 3 on your list there?
So number 3 is taking the left turn at Eddie Rockets. So Eddie Rockets is on your right and you're taking a sharp left turn.
If you're enjoying the video and you're serious about passing your driving test, why not join my YouTube membership where I break down the full marking sheet guidelines and I show you exactly what the tester is looking for. I've made it seriously affordable and you will be supporting the channel so I can make bigger and better videos. Click the join button on my page.
At these traffic lights, we're going to go left.
Good stuff. So at the lights we're turning left, we're going to mirror signal to the left. We're going to stop because you have a red light. So what is it? What's tricky about this left turn?
So this left turn is tricky. It's a sharp left turn. If you do have to stop, obviously you're going to have to use your handbrake because you're going to be doing a hill start. You'd also have to watch out for when you're taking the left turn, where some people have a tendency to come down on the junction and not
like
stop.
Like this white van, I think you can see
like
it
the
in
white
the camera
van,
there,
yeah. So they wouldn't stop at the white line. They might stop past the line, which just makes it even more
tight,
difficult then for the tight turn.
Yeah. The trick when it's tight, get your front wheels past the turn and then full lock to the left, and that should keep you in on the left. So we have a green light. I'm going to mirror, left and right, handbrake down. We keep up with the flow of traffic, try not to be too slow off the line. So it's still a green light. I'm not too sure. These look like they're going very slow. Can I complete this junction? It looks like it's still green. A little safety glance for the cyclist. Left mirror, position in. Yes, I know what you mean. That is fairly tight, that one.
Perfect.
So yeah, turning left there, it was sharp. It was on a steep hill. Traffic lights. You also couldn't see around the corner there. There could have been traffic built up. So there's a few things to look out for in that junction. That one is a pretty tricky one.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. What is next on your list? What's number 4 on your list?
So number 4 is taking the left turn at the bend at the old schoolhouse, which is on your right hand side.
Yeah, so I know that turn, really sharp, on a steep hill. Let's go over and have a look. Yeah.
The end of the road here, we're going to follow the road as it bends around to the left, and then we're going to take a sharp left then.
Lovely stuff. So I know this left turn, it's notoriously sharp. Learner drivers struggle on this one. So I'm turning left, I'm going to mirror signal to the left. If you're in the manual car, you'd probably use 4th gear for this one. Left mirror, off the brake, position in. You'd nearly give that a full lock to the left. That's it. I just take my time through this narrow gap there because it was a little bit narrow. And that is very sharp,
tricky,
and it's on a steep old hill there.
Yeah. And the conditions aren't great either, so.
In the manual car, you'd use 4th gear for that, would you?
Yeah, definitely. It give you so much more control on it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So yeah, that was really sharp, really steep hill. If you're in the manual, I would definitely suggest using 4th gear for that. It's also really narrow there when you actually make the turn. There was an oncoming car, so just making sure you take your time going through the narrow gap.
Yeah.
What's next on the list there?
So number 5, we're taking the left turn at Penneys. Penneys is going to be directly in front of you. So coming up here then, at the end of the road, we're going to go left.
Lovely stuff. So T junction turn left. Already I can see this is on a really steep hill. I can see I'm coming to a stop line and it's a T junction with a road of major importance ahead. So I can see a stop. I'm going, when there's no line, we stop at the sign. I'm going to use my handbrake for this because it is steep, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, it's very steep.
I'm going to press the gas slightly just and then handbrake down so I don't roll back. I'm going to get into position. I'm going to stop again. I'm going to use my handbrake again. There's buses coming. I'm going to set my gas a little bit, handbrake down, go forward again. Look right and left, and then look where you're going. That one is tricky.
Perfect.
Hard to see. Steep hill. That one is tricky. I'm sure learner drivers struggle on that one.
Especially if cars tend to park on the right hand side or a bus might stop there. So
yeah. So yeah, that left turn, really tricky, really steep hill. We seen a stop line, so we had to stop at the sign. When there's no line, stop at the sign. Then you peep and creep out. I was using my handbrake because it was sharp. And then yeah, we just go when it's safe to do so. So that's it. 5 tips for Swords. Tricky, busy.
Yeah, tricky. The village is busy, like, I know, so you just have to take your time and watch out for what's going on around you.
Yeah. If you want to book driving lessons with James in Swords in a manual or automatic car, click the link in the description.